So here we have the BMW 420i convertible on a 16 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it. From the outside though, you can see, of course, it's a two-door convertible with alloy wheels. We're going to start off inside the boot area of the car first of all. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors. The roof is currently down, of course, so the amount of boot space you have is just underneath there. But let me show you what it's like with the roof folded up. As you can see, with the roof up, you get loads of additional space. This car also has a tow bar, removable, and that is what's in that blue bag that you can see just there. When you want to put the roof down, you just need to put this cover in place, and then your boot space is, of course, that section underneath there. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, first of all, we have the fuel gauge, followed by the speedometer, the rev counter, and over on the right-hand side, the coolant temperature gauge. In the centre, at the bottom, you can see the total miles for this car. They are 41,533. You can change the information displayed above that by pressing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various bits of trip computer and fuel economy information. If we back out to the steering wheel, we have cruise control and speed limiter on the left-hand side. Over on the right-hand side, we have our stereo and phone controls for the car. And then in the centre, the main touch screen. So up on here, there's various options. All of the movement that I'm making is being done using the iDrive system, which is essentially this dial, the collection of buttons that surround it as well. So you can go into certain menus directly, but the dial will do everything. So for example, if you want to listen to radio, rotate the dial, push it down. We're now in the radio menu. You can see there you've got FM, AM and DAB radio. If you want to listen to your own music, you can do so under the multimedia heading. We have a CD player, and you can plug in external devices. So USB input, Bluetooth audio and auxiliary input as well. We compare our telephone under the telephone heading, of course, and this car has got satellite navigation. This is BMW's professional nav, so it's the extra wide screen. On top of all of that, it also has a full color reversing camera, as you can see. Working our way down from there, we have dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the passenger and driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in for the passenger and for the driver. When you're happy with all of those settings, that button turns your air conditioning on. Also turns it off again, of course. It's on when that light shows. Or you can hit auto. The car will now maintain the temperatures you've asked for by taking full control of the fan speed and direction of the air for you. You can override that whenever you wish to. Just press auto again. You'll go back to whatever settings you had that on previously. We've also got a heated driver and passenger seat, both of which have 3 separate heat settings each, which of course in a convertible is particularly useful. Below that, we have 2 cup holders. You can see there the lock and wheel nut key as well. The gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. We can turn off the traction control. We can turn off the parking sensors, and this button will change the driving setup of the car. So you're able to put the vehicle into sport mode. You've also got the ability to go into comfort and Eco Pro as well. We have the iDrive system, and then finally, the controls for your window, your roof and roof related bits. So you can have hot air blowing out onto your neck for both driver and passenger with the roof open. To open the roof, you bring this button back. To close it, you push it forwards. I'll show you that working now. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Mach 1 Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.